Hi guys, it's Leah with Family Heritage Living. Today, I know I keep putting off doing the video talking about prepping, but it seems like other things keep coming up. No goat babies today, so we're not going to do that. But a lot of you have mentioned a day in the life. And to be honest with you, the reason I've held off on doing just that is because lots of times through videos like the, if you look on our channel, we'll have it listed under Homestead Life and stuff. We kind of put little clips of different things that we do, you know, whether it's, you know, our devotions or praying around the table or doing chores or, you know, whatever. So I haven't done just like a single day because days are comprised of so many different things. But what I am going to do here in this video is I'm going to put a few clips in. It is my day to wash my hair. And a lot of you wonder, how do you do personal hygiene without running water? So many people are used to showers, and so what you do is you just backtrack. I remember growing up, you know, I grew up in the 70s, so obviously people that were in their 70s were born in 1900. And there was a lot of people that still did things, little things, the old-fashioned way. You wondered why. Why did they do it like that, right? Because we were modern in that time. But you know, my mom would fill up a pan, and we didn't have a shower at that time. We only had a bathtub, and she'd fill up a pan in the sink and she'd wash her hair. She did have running water. Well, and it does make a little bit of a difference. A neighbor across the road, she was quite elderly, and she collected rainwater to wash her hair because that's what they did. And rainwater made your hair before the jet streams and before all the toxins in the air was so healthy for your hair. It made it so soft. So for today, that is primarily the focus of the video. All right, so this is my antique dish pan, and I mean, it is an antique. That's stained down there. That's even after I did some dishes. I put a little bleach in, see all my chips and everything. But this is a nice big pan. I used to wash my babies in it, and I use it now for dishes and for hair washing for myself. My kids, when they get in the tub, they wash their hair in that, but as you can tell, I got too much hair for that. So I just put enough water in there to be able to dip a pitcher or something. This is Simeon's little teapot. I use this, or I use something about this size to pour over my head. I use Bronner's shampoo, and then for a rinse, because you know we try to stay away from chemicals, I use just a vinegar water, an apple cider vinegar water for it. So without running water, without water on the property, you know, we have to get our water from a community well. We've learned to be very conservative, and I am thinking this is really more water than necessary, but because I have so much hair and I wash my hair twice, I like to make sure that I have plenty. That'll get the suds out the first and second round. Most of you know, because I mentioned it, that I only wash my hair about once every week. Sometimes a little further, sometimes a little less, just depending on what's going on. Are we going out and about? Have we been doing a lot of physical manual labor? What's the oils and like going on? I have the type of textured hair that gets, you know, greasy pretty quick, where, you know, thicker hair doesn't do that. So I'm more apt to be conscientious when it starts to build up. It only takes about 3 to 4 days after a hair washing for that to happen. So that's why I wash it twice when I do wash it, just to make sure that I get it all cleaned up. The other thing is this shirt. When you wash your hair like this, you want to make sure that your collar, you don't have a collar that's intruding in this area, because it makes it really difficult and you just end up getting yourself wet. I use Dr. Bronner's because we don't like chemicals at all. And so much over-the-counter hair care is just loaded with it. My first rinse is just with the water because I'm going to put soap right back into my hair. Then my second rinse, I use a little bit of the water to get the suds out, and then I switch over to my vinegar rinse. The thing I find with Broners, if you don't rinse it out, your hair gets greasy real quick. Heavy, it feels really heavy. So I make sure when I rinse, I get my fingers down into the scalp. Watch the soap down here, and as the vinegar goes in, those bubbles are going to go away. You have to be careful not to rub your hands and your eyes because it will burn. Because of the length of my hair, once I get it out of the soap water, I try to keep it out of there. It's a little tricky. Now the vinegar smell on the hair will go away. I got about a cup of vinegar in this right here. And the vinegar, once your hair dries, it does go away. Okay, that just felt really personal. I mean, that was like really intimate there. Okay, I've never really shared hair washing with strangers before. All right, so that's it at that point. All right, so that's, that's what pioneers would have done. They'd have gathered water, put it in their pan. And now I dry my hair just like the pioneers would without electricity. I do have a blow dryer I keep on hand, but I seldom use it. It's a rarity. I bet I don't use it 6 times a year. First off, our generator really can't handle it, and secondly, there's no need for it for me, and it's an EMF thing. I mean, it's it's a combinations of stuff, but so if I wash my hair now, probably it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it should be good and dry by supper time. Might be a little damp underneath the bottom. And again, I don't have thick hair, I just have a lot of it. So if somebody has thicker hair and they're not going to use the blow dryer and stuff, they would obviously need more time to get that to dry if their hair is long. So I don't know if you all have seen my Hoosier since we've been back from our trip down south. This Hoosier I got several years ago. Oh my goodness, I don't know how many years ago I got it. And then when we moved up here, we were downsizing our furniture and stuff, and my mother-in-law always loved this piece. She always loved this piece of furniture. So when we moved up here, we went ahead and gave it to her, and her husband was kind enough to let us bring it home with us after she passed away, so that we had something that we could hang on to that was hers and ours. It was a joint item. And so we got to bring it back home, and so now it sits in my kitchen next to my stove. Now why I'm telling you all this is because the wall behind my stove is going to get some work this week. Ron is going to try to finish it. And then that will, I swear that will prime me for some cooking videos. So I'm kind of excited of a partially finished wall. It'll be almost finished. I think it'll have the right appearance for our home. And I'm going to be recording some of that, so that will be in one of the next and up and coming videos. And again, I promise I will get a video out there about prepping and doing some simple things, responsible things. They actually, these things should be done all the time. And especially if you're on a lower income budget, that you never know, what your grocery bill is going to be able to handle from one week to the next. If you have some of these items on hand, they will help extend when times are tight and when you need to keep your health as optimal as possible in your life. So, all right, well, we will see you guys tomorrow, maybe with more baby goats, maybe not, hard to say. We'll talk soon. God bless.